Most of my life, I have been the strong one. I'm the oldest, I'm dependable, I'm a caregiver, a planner, the one that people look to get things done. At home, at work, in the community, in my family. And and I'm pretty good at it until life threw me a curveball. And there's 3 lessons I want to share with you about that season. One is we all carry weight. 2, there's a maximum capacity or limit to the weight. And 3, there is a cost to the weight. 1, we all carry weight. A few years ago, I was doing what I did best, and I planned a retirement celebration for my husband in Dallas. Yes, he's a Dallas Cowboys fan. And we had just arrived to the hotel. I made sure the shuttle was in place, the tickets were in place. We literally just got to our hotel room. I was about to lay out our outfits for the day, and the phone rings. My son, my baby boy, my oldest, age 36, had passed away unexpectedly. That weight, the weight of the grief, knocked me down. It didn't just knock me to the floor, it was almost as if the floor was pulled from under me. A couple weeks later, a colleague called me to express his condolences, and he said he understood what I was going through because he himself was going through a divorce. I listened to the conversation politely. I hung up. But then I thought, I know he just didn't compare his divorce to the loss of my son. But then a very good friend was going through an unexpected divorce at the same time. And I saw his tears. I listened to his stories. I saw his grief. I saw his loss of a marriage, a loss now of a broken home. I saw him struggling with what was and what will be. And one Saturday over a breakfast, I made a pact with him that we both would get through our situations, that we were stronger than what life had thrown at us. And I came to the realization that weight is weight. My weight might not look like your weight, and your weight might not look like my weight, but we all feel it when we carry it long enough. Which leads me to my second point. We all have a maximum capacity to the weight that we can carry. So I want you to do me a favor. I want you to close your eyes or gaze down and think about, for me, what weight are you carrying? It could be the weight of parenting or the weight of a divorce, the weight of being a caregiver, the weight of a job, the weight of grief like mine, or the weight of trauma, or everything in between, or a combination thereof. But I want you to think about it and hold it there for a second. And now open your eyes or gaze up and come back to center. So when my son passed, I was already in the middle of walking out a terminal illness with my mom. My mom and I had a very special relationship. She was absolutely my best friend. And so when she got the notice, When the doctors told us what she had and the time frame she had, it gave us a chance to talk about a lot of things. And my mom was a strong woman of faith, but she really struggled with knowing her days were numbered. And she would often tell me that no one understands what it's like when your days were numbered. And I would share that I don't know what it's like to know my days are numbered. But what I do know what it's like for me to know that your days are numbered. The weight of that. And I know what it was like watching you struggle with the fact that your days were numbered and to help to carry some of that weight so that the days you have left, that she could live them to the fullest. It was almost like that reversal role that a mom wants to be a cupbearer, right, to her kids. It was like I wanted to take as much weight off of my mom and put on me so that she could have peace with where she was. When my son passed, she had a very strong relationship with him. He was the oldest grandson, one of the two of the grandkids that literally stayed in Delaware. He came over weekly to have dinner with her, to help change her bed, to do all of those things. She felt the weight of the grief. It probably knocked her down and knocked the floor from under her. And she wanted to talk to me about it. And she wanted me to hold her hand while she cried. And she wanted to have conversations, but I could not. I had to tell her that she really had to turn to her cousin or her aunt to have that conversation, that somebody else needed that go to, because I knew there was no way I could find my way back to standing and moving if I had to carry my grief and her grief too. Which leads me to my third point. There is a cost to carrying weight, and that cost is generally on our peace, on our health, and on our sanity. Adelson did some research around caregivers' burdens that was associated with caregivers' distress, depression, poor health outcomes. And what his study showed with him and other researchers in 2014 was that there was a direct correlation between being a caregiver and the impact that it has on our health. And there's tons of studies out there that clearly demonstrate the correlation on the weight of life that it has on us physically, mentally, socially, psychologically, spiritually. Therefore, I want to have a call of action to you. I asked you to think about earlier, what are you carrying? I want you to think about one thing that you can put down or should put down. You could put it in your phone, you could go home and write it in your journal, but I want you to identify one thing that you need to let go of. And next to it, write down what's the cost of it. What is it costing you right now, or if you don't? It could be on sleepless nights. It could be on anxiety. It could be on stress. Whatever that is, think about the impact and how you let it go. Because there is a hidden cost to being the one who carries the weight. Eventually, our peace, health, and sanity pay the price. So my message to you this evening is let it go. Thank you.